And Martyn, I'm going to throw these questions. What's your opinions on spiritual gifts, and what does it look like to use them today in everyday life?
I will say this, a lot of, there might be a perception out there that there are some spiritual gifts where, oh, well, it must be easy for that person because they're gifted with that. Or that, the thing that you might be called to do with your life, or the gift you might be called to exercise, is the one that you just happen to find really simple, that comes naturally and easily. And there's a sense, young people talk a lot about their mental health these days. And when they're talking, I'm surprised. I talk to like 17-year-olds and they're straight out with their mental health within about 30 seconds. They don't really mean mental health. They mean their fears and anxieties. That's what they mean. It's really important to understand that somebody may look very gifted at something, and it may look like it comes absolutely naturally, but don't ever confuse that for the notion that that person doesn't have fears and anxieties. Fear and anxiety is common to the human condition, and it may well be that the things you're best at are the things that you find hardest to actually do, or the things you're most burdened about, if I could put it that way. There's a weight attached to that one thing that you find is almost a dread sometimes. And because you're anxious about something, and this is especially for the guys, if you're anxious about something or fearful about something, that is never a good reason to avoid it. That's never a good reason to assume that, oh, well, all the people that are doing that thing or would be called to that thing are people who would find it easy. Complete rubbish. Absolute rubbish. There are spiritual giftings, they might be there, but they actually may need to be brought out. There may still be some discipline, there may still be some effort, there may still be some fears to overcome, anxieties to overcome. You've really got to push yourself forward to do those things. And there's, I find public speaking to be the hardest thing to do in my entire life. And you might be really surprised to hear that. I find preaching to big crowds to be utterly exhausting. It's like running a marathon. I can sleep for 12 hours after doing a big crowd. The tension that goes with it in the days beforehand is sometimes excruciating. But I know that I can do public speaking. And for some reason, there's a weight attached to that. I don't know why. But you've got to overcome those things. You've got to learn, you've got to push ahead, and you may find that there are things that you are given to do which you find exceedingly challenging. And don't let the sense of anxiety or sense of fears be the thing that drives you away from them. You should, in fact, develop these things. So that's probably just one warning that I would sound. It's hard work always. It's never easy, even if it might be what you're called to do.